Hello, hello. This is Christine Austin L, and I want to talk to you guys today about the insurance toolkits. All right. Now, if you do not know what the insurance toolkit is, for me, it has saved my life coming over into the broker world, which means that I'm able to shop around multiple carriers in order to get my clients the best price and the best program. All right, without me having to literally go to every single carrier, log in, check the quotes, and all of those things. All right, so I want to share my screen with you, let you see what this insurance toolkit is, exactly how to work the insurance toolkits, and if it is something that you do not have and you would like to have it, by all means, go into the description box down below and I will share my link. There's no additional fee for you by using my link at all. Of course, it is a referral link, so it helps me, but it also helps me to continue to make these videos for you guys. All right. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show you exactly how to use this insurance toolkits and all of the goodies. All right. So here we go. Share my screen. All right, so right here, we have the insurance toolkits. Right here, normally, if you go ahead and sign up on your own, it's going to be about $39.99 a month for the insurance toolkits. You get unlimited toolkits, the quoter, the underwriter, the all-in field sales tool, access to a CRM, all of the goodies. All right. If you have a team, it's going to be $119 a month, and then all of your agents can join for $29.99. All right. So it includes 5 accounts and then $29.99 per account. So I'm already registered, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in. And here is the way that the insurance toolkit looks. Okay. Absolutely love it. Up top, we have the quoter. We have quote compare. This allows you to do 3 quotes at a time. You have a drug lookup, which you can put in the medication and look up that medication. I don't really use this, and I'm going to show you why. You have your health cheat sheets here, where you can actually put in, again, some health conditions. Like if I put in HIV, we put here, it's going to show you which carriers will accept it, which carriers will not. All right. And it tells you what product line with the carrier. This definitely helps out individuals that have multiple carriers and you're like, oh my God, I don't know which one of my carriers accepted or not because I'm new. This will definitely help you by means of putting in, depending on whatever state it is, what have you. It's pretty much going to be the same as what it looks like. Okay. So we could use this here. X that off. Go into your settings. Now with your settings, this is where my link is, my insurance toolkit link. I would, again, put that down in the description below. I'm just going to give you all the same access, all the carriers that I have. Now, I do know that there's been a couple other individuals that have the toolkit as well, but their link does not show certain carriers. I guess I looked up and I'm able to see all the carriers for the most part, and I'll show you those carriers right now. So here is where you can customize your toolkit. If you only have, say, 3 carriers, you want to turn off all the carriers that you do not have. And that way, when you go to your quote tool and you're putting in specific information for your potential client, you're not going to get all confused by seeing all these other carriers. All right. The reason I do have all the carriers turned on is because I do have all the carriers, right? Except for a few. I do leave a couple on so I could just see what those rates would be for a specific client, but I do leave it on. I want to see everything that is available. Okay. But again, for yourself, say you only have 2 or 3 carriers, just turn everything off. And that way you will only see 2 or 3 carriers when you go to your quotes. Okay. Now, right up here, this toolkit is only for final expense and term products. All right. final expense, and term products. This is not going to be for whole life. This is not for your universal whole life or your index universal products. You will have to go to those different carriers, or as I've done, is download those certain carriers like Mutual of Omaha. You want to download that to your phone or your iPad. They have a mobile app. Okay, so several of those carriers have mobile apps. Find out if your carriers have them. I have a list of the ones that I use and that I've downloaded. But today we're talking about the insurance toolkit. So let's go back over to the quoter. As I'm going in, I want to know whether you're going to look at face value or if you know a certain dollar amount. All right. So I'll take out the face value. Let's just say that this client says they have $65 to work with. As far as your coverage type, do not change this. And the reason you do not want to change this to a limited pay, guaranteed, or graded is because if you're working with several carriers, one carrier might say that, high blood pressure, diabetes, they're on oxygen, COPD is modified. And another carrier will say it's day one. If they've had that for more than 2 years, like Aetna is going to be day one. Okay. So you don't want to change this because you don't really know from one carrier to the next which health conditions is going to throw it off. So I always leave it at level. You're going to pick if it's a male or female. What state are you working in? What state does that client live in? You're going to put their date of birth. I'm just going to leave this in as an example. You also want to put in height and weight. Although it says it's optional, listen, some of these carriers definitely have a height and weight chart. So it's going to be in your best interest to put all the information that you can into this insurance toolkit so that you can get the best options possible. Now, whether this person is a smoker or not, cigarettes, other type of nicotine products, occasional pipe or cigar use, again, I'm going to say this person says they're a smoker. And then we want to know, do they have a direct express card, a bank account, credit card, or debit card? Again, agents, if your client has a debit card, get the routing and account number. Don't play around with these cards. All right. So you're going to have more options to provide for your client if you have a bank account. Now over here, I'm going to give a couple examples. I'm going to say high blood pressure. I'm going to say it is controlled. They're still on medication, so I'm going to finish it there. I'm going to put cholesterol. They're still on treatment, so we're just going to leave it as today's date. And then I'm also going to put in here, let me think of something else, thyroid. They have a thyroid disorder. I'll use this one. Okay, and they're still on treatments. Now, I just put some of the common things that I come across, and I'm going to hit get quote. Now, remember, I put in $65 is what this lady told us that she can afford. And so I'm putting it in with the dollar amount. Now, it's letting me know that Liberty Bankers will be about $22,003, Mutuals $21,807, American Amicable $21, Colombian is $21,337. We can go down and you can see several of the different carriers that would qualify this client. Okay. We're going to be able to see several carriers. Now, what you also want to notice is you have the carriers' names here, and then it goes all the way down. All right. And some of these other companies can't do telesales in Pennsylvania, which is where we are. And then these carriers on this side is going to let you know the name of the product. Okay. I just want you guys to see that. So you tell your client, okay, for this $65, I'm able to get you, and again, depending on what carrier you have, you're going to let them know what that cost is. So myself, I do have all of the carriers. I understand this client, they're really good with, they have email, they have text messaging, all the things, right? So I want you to pay attention though. So with Liberty Bankers is 22,000, Mutuals 21, right? MM is 21. This one is a preferred. That's why it's up here first, and it's giving you the most money. Living Promise is also preferred. These are all day one. Okay. Now, depending on what carriers you have, and if you notice here, if you see a little dot or a money sign, you want to look at that. So for Moo, it says telesales must be done by email, and you want to make sure that that client is near their home. Very important. With Americo, it's saying that for Eagle level, commission can be cut up to 15% for clients between the ages of 50 and 59. This client is 50. So you just want to pay attention to that, all right? So we'll be looking at Am, because this lady's not home, she's at work, or Colombian, okay? Whichever is going to be the easiest, for that client. You're going to click right there on e-app, all right? And that's going to take you to the e-app if you want to compare. So we know that they said 65 was great. But as an agent, you might want to give her maybe one other option, right? So 65, and then let's just go ahead and put $72 in there. Okay, and $75. And do quote, compare. Now we have $75 is going to give us about 24,000, 65 about 21,000, 72 is 23,000. A lot of times, even though they said the 65, they're going to say, well, you know what? For just $10 more, I can get another 3,000, 4,000. Go ahead and give me the 75. At this point, you're going to click on e-app. It's taking you right to that e-app based on that carrier. No, my login and password is not going to show up. If you have yours already saved in your computer, your information will show up. All right. And you go ahead there and you log in and go ahead and start with the app. All right. This is super simple. One thing that I will say is that I do not, when I come through and I see the price, like the different face values, I do not say it's going to be exactly 22,322. Okay. Because once you get into these different e-apps, there may be other options that you could provide. There may be, terminal illness option that might be $1 or $2, right? The living benefits. There may be additional accidental that you can add, which may cost another $2 or $3. And so you don't want to give them a definite amount. You want to make sure that you give them an estimate, let them know what you're going to do is you're going to log in and see where we can get you the best, the most that we can qualify you for. Okay. Because even though we put the information here and they're telling us that these are the carriers that will qualify them, sometimes clients don't tell us everything. So once the information is submitted, something else may pop up, but that gives us room to be able to shop around to the next carrier. But again, we're just looking at how to work this insurancetoolkits.com. I will put my link down below. Definitely just click on the link, register. You get a couple days for free before you have to start making your first payment. Go in here and see if this does not save you time. And as you all know, time is money. We need to utilize the correct tools in order for us to be able to, save time and make money. Okay. So hope this helped you guys understand how to use this system. Again, if you wanted to do a face value, it would be the exact same thing. Put the 10,000, get your quote, and it's going to show you how much it's going to cost. And again, fam, don't run around. If you only have, say, Colombian and Americo, and say you have Transamerica, don't run around and ask, your IMO or, looking to think that you have to have these other carriers. It's pennies. Don't create more stress for you. I worked with one carrier for 10 years and did just fine. Okay. But I definitely wanted to share this tool with you and how this works. Okay. Use the link. It definitely will give you a discount. And don't worry, even though it has like the Family First Life on here, I'm not even a member of the agent force. I just use their link and we just share the link. So feel free to join and utilize this tool. If you have these carriers, any of these carriers, this tool will save you time and stress and will aid you in making money. Any questions, any comments, feel free to leave a comment down below. You guys know I always try to, answer all the questions and all the comments, put them down below. Definitely check out the description box as there will be some information there for you as well. And the link to go ahead and just join in at the discounted rate. All right. Hope to see you guys soon. Peace.